Movie notes on The Client, 1994 film, 25 March 2025 viewing. I am Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle, and here I talk through my movie notes for my Tuesday, 25 March 2025 viewing of the 1994 film The Client, which is a fiction film about a youth who witnesses a death, is pursued by the United States of America government while they investigate the death as part of a larger criminal case to which he seeks the help of a female attorney with her own practice to defend him and his family. And I think I'm going with the United States of America government legal team. Government legal team. So they're like the bigwigs, and then she's like this, and she's a bigwig, but she's like the boss lady of her own practice, and it's in her name and stuff like that. Whereas the other ones are like part of the establishment, so to speak. And so this youth witnesses a death. And so then, you know, the big wigs go after him like, oh, I'm got so much power, just like I can do whatever I want. And then the kid asks for help, but he doesn't have money. So then it's kind of this woman doing it out of the goodness of her heart. And then she ends up on a bit of a roller coaster in terms of her own reputation, being attacked both by the kid and the other people, the big wigs, so to speak. And so I was like thinking through it, and I was like, currently my living situation with my parents might be a bit of like if I were to choose. So the bigwig man, the lady out on her own with a good career, but not like the enfranchisement or establishment or whatever. And then the kid, I'm like, well, currently I might be a bit of the kid, but if I pursued my PhD in physics in Italy, I think getting my PhD, that path would put me into the big wig solo lady, as opposed to its GY and Z institution, coming from an American institution or like a British institution with GY or Z name. And so I was like, this is actually potentially relevant for my future. Should I go that path? As a reminder of, even if I have a team, it doesn't necessarily mean we're like the big wigs, just by virtue of kind of who I am, kind of like by virtue of who she is. And I've done that before. I got my Bachelor of Science in Geology and Geophysics with a minor in mathematics was University of Hawaii at Manoa, which at least at that point in time, and still kind of currently isn't like mainstream GY and Z institution in the United States of America. So in that sense, I am familiar with it. I already have that. But Italy would be a little bit of a re-echo of that, so to speak. And then in the spirit of setting a case free, and they're like looking for this body and stuff, and I was like, could I achieve bibberty, which is liberty through naming one's best in bed, bibberty, you know, so the term bibberty. I was like, so my bibberty would be, I think that position comes with the privilege of, should it come to be, getting to be my employer. So that'd be my Mr. David Beckham is my bibberty. There we go. Yeah. So he's like, am I gonna have to buy a house in Shoreline just so if I employ you, you can keep going to ICHS because you love it so much? And I'm like, oh, he's my bibberty. He speaks English better than me, which is good because he's a pureblood English by ancestral origins. Anyway, here's my movie notes on The Client, 1994 film, 25 March 2025 viewing.